You might think then, though, that with the broad match modifier keywords and the phrase match keywords, you're still going to expand a little bit. So say, with this example, say someone searched for free used Rolex watches, you wouldn't want your ad to show. You'd be out of pocket in that. So what you can do is also block some traffic. So you can block certain terms from being in the search query. And you do that with what's known as negative keywords, okay? I'll show you here. So within your AdWords account then, if you just scroll down, let's see, below your keywords, you'll have a little link here that says negative keywords. If you click on that, and then you click on add, you can then make a list of any keywords you want to block. So just put each of them in a different line. So free or voucher or discount or jobs. You know, things like that you want to block traffic on completely. You never want to show your ad on those terms. Okay? And similarly, if you want to add keywords, you simply go to the keywords link there, and then you put in the quotations or the square brackets or the plus signs. You just type them in, one term per line. Okay? Okay. Also be aware that when you set up a new AdWords campaign, the default option will be to target search and display network together. Now, most of you will only really be familiar with search. That's when you go onto Google and you search and your ad appears. And for most of you, that's all you'll actually want to target. The display network really is when you've probably seen them before, where you have an ad on a website. So you might see an ad on a blog or on the New York Times or any sort of website, you'll see an ad there. They can be placed using AdWords, but that's a whole nother day's session. For the most of you, you'll want to just target the search network. And I advise too that if you want to have your ads on the display network, then you target that separately. So you create a new campaign targeting the display network. But for most of you, if you're setting up a new campaign, it'll be a matter of going to new campaign and then search. I'll just show you here. So if I go to all online campaigns, and then you'll see a button for new campaign. See the way you have a search network and display network, or search network only, or display network only. Generally best for you just to go with search. By default too, you're opted into all devices. So devices are your laptops or desktops, your tablets, and your phones. Okay? So for most of you, that's going to be fine. But say for some of you, you have a really terrible site on mobile, and maybe you have a new site on the way or whatever, but for now, it's probably not going to work for you. You might not get people coming through and converting on your site because it's maybe too hard for them to work with. Then you can opt out of mobile as well. Okay? But you can't opt out of desktop or laptops or tablets. It's only the option that you can opt out of mobiles. By default too, your campaigns are set to run 24/7. You do have the option though to control that and narrow it down. So say for example, you're only interested in getting phone calls through and your phone line is only working 9 to 5, then you can just set your ads to run from 9 to 5. Okay? I'll show you very, very quickly where you can do that. If you go to the Settings tab, and you get to choose a campaign. You scroll down to the very bottom. Let's see. Yeah, ad scheduling. Then you can view your ad schedule and you can edit it there. Okay? So you basically just choose the hours and choose the days there. Okay. So once you really have all that sorted, once you've got it narrowed down, so you've got your keywords sorted, so they're in these match types, the broad match modifier, the phrase, and the exact match, and you've got your default settings sort of optimized, so you're really not wasting further money that way. It's really just a matter of having your keywords like this. So this is a mixture of the broad match modifier, the phrase match, and the exact match. Have your negative keywords, so the likes of replica or fake or parts or spares, things like that you really don't want to show on. Leading through to an ad that's closely related to your keywords, and then leading through to a landing page that's, for example, to do with used Rolex watches. Okay, so giving someone exactly what they initially searched for and letting them go through that whole path with it all being very relevant to them. Okay? Okay, are you all with me with that? Okay, any questions? Okay.